Hello everyone, welcome to 30-day challenge of learning Tableau from scratch, and it's day 11 today, and today we are going to discuss about charts and we'll try to prepare some charts from basic to advanced version. So let us get started without wasting much time. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'm just taking you to the workbook that we are creating during our session. And in Tableau, by default, if at all we want to create charts, there is an option called as show me on the right side, and when you click on that, these are the default charts that are provided by Tableau. Okay, so observe this, these are 24 charts that are available under show me. So again, just I'm writing it here so that we remember 24 charts in show me. Okay, so now based on the dimension you are selecting or the measure you are selecting, this charts will enable here. See here, and every chart has got certain requirements to match. Like say, when can we use this map? Uh, so we need one geodimensional data, zero or more dimensions, or zero or one measure. So that is the minimum requirement for this. If at all I want to create a bar chart, what is that we need? We need at least one measure we need, or zero or more dimensions, one or more measures. So like that, you need to read what is the requirement for this chart, and based on that you can select the chart. So now observe here, I have not selected anything, but using my control button on my keyboard, I can select multiple values, or with a click single value. Like say I want to select the region. Now this is a chart type that it got enabled, okay, because it is a geo-dimensional data. But other than that, if I try to select a category, this text table is getting enabled. But when I select a category and a measure, like say sales I'm taking, I've just scroll down here. I'll hold my control button and I'm trying to select sales. Now I have selected two items from the view. One is category and sales. Now you see here, these are the possible options for us to create with this one dimension and one measure. Now suppose if I directly want to create a bar chart, I can simply click on this and it will create a bar chart for us. Okay, but the second option is also there. You can manually drag and drop, that also option is there. But whatever you feel, again, you can do that. But generally I prefer to do drag and drop because there are many other charts that we can create that are not available in Showme. Okay, so let us start with this. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to take my region as my standard dimension. Okay, for all the charts that we are going to create, but you can experiment with whatever the dimension you want and the measure you need. And I am taking a simple sales here. So this is our normal bar chart, which can help us in understanding how the sales are for each of your categorical item here. So whenever you are trying to compare your categorical item or understand how your values are, behaving, then in that situation you can use bar chart. Bar chart is again one of the most commonly used chart type because it is very easy to understand and very convenient, and you don't need any end user training to read what it is showing. Okay, so that is something that you need to keep in mind. So the first step that we need to do is sort. So I'm doing that and I'm sorting it according to that, but not all the times we show it. So I'm just taking this label. Now, not all the times we want to display the actual value of sales on the bar chart. Sometimes we might also want to see the percentage of that. How can we do that? So in Tableau, to find out the percentage, we have a shortcut that we can directly apply. So in Tableau, we call that as a quick table calculations. So we are going to see one form of that. So what I'm trying to do is just remove this and observe the axis here. I'm clicking on this. I'm going to quick table calculation. I've selected measure sum of sales and going back to quick table calculation and clicking on percent of total. Now automatically this is converted into percentage. You see here. Now if I take this and if I drop it on label, you are getting percentage. Okay, so this is your normal horizontal bar chart, we call it as. Okay, so I'm just writing it as horizontal bar chart. Let us see how many types of charts we can create here in bar chart only. Okay, horizontal bar chart. So some can show this type of bar chart in their dashboard because that might fit their requirement. Okay, so if I just try to duplicate this, right click on the sheet and duplicate, and I'm just writing it as vertical bar chart. Okay, so I'll just write it as 2, and instead of showing it like this, I want to show it like this. Okay, so this is the second form of our chart. But again, I'm trying to duplicate our horizontal bar chart, and maybe I'll write it as a stacked bar chart. Suppose you want to show more information in this, okay, but and you want to show how each year has contributed to the sales here in west region, how much has each region contributed. Okay, so to make the analysis, what I'm doing is I'm trying to clear my percentage of total. You can click on this, and you should have an option called as clear table calculation. So this will remove the calculations that we have added. Okay, and here also I will remove it. Now we got the original access back. If you see, again I'm taking this and dropping it on label so that we understand. Now what I'm doing is I'm simply taking our order date and dropping it on color shelf. Now what happened? By default, each year for west region, how much has each region contributed, that it is giving. For east region, how much has each year contributed, because again date dimension, it is treating as a dimensional field, and because it is rolled up to year level, you are seeing 4 colors. But likewise, if you are trying to see it in any other date level, that number of colors you will get here. So this is called as a stacked bar chart, showing more information in the same chart. Okay, now let us go ahead. Now suppose I want to compare two measures here. Okay, so till now what we were doing, we were trying to show single measure and a single dimension, right? But now I also want to see how about the profit as well. How can I do that? So simply I'm taking this again region as my standard field, and I'm taking sales. Okay, and now what I'm doing is I'm taking my profit. So simply if I take this profit and if I bring it on near the axis, you see it is giving me two side by side symbols. So this will automatically create a side by side bar chart for me. Okay, with the two measures, one is profit and sales. So I'm just writing it as side by side. Okay, so this is your side by side bar chart. But suppose if at all you want to color one measure in one color and sales in different color, then you can simply take this measure name, hold your control button, take this measure name and drop it on color shelf. Now each measure has its own color, because again measure name is a dimensional field, measure value is the value of the measure. Okay, so that is why we got two colors here. Okay, this is your side by side bar chart. Now what I'm doing is I'm trying to create another chart here, and I'm taking region, and again I'm taking sales. So this time again I'm taking my profit, and maybe again I'll drop it here. But this time you see I have two axes right next to next. Okay, so this is your dual axis concept, whereas this is your blended axis concept. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm trying to merge these two measures into a common axis. Okay, right click on the second measure that you have, and you will see an option called as a dual axis. Now these are the two axes we have. One is for your sales and another one is for your profit. Okay, I'm right clicking on this. So whenever you are using a dual axis chart, always remember you need to use a synchronized axis as the first step. Okay, now I'm just trying to convert. Now when you did that, you see it has created two separate marks shelf for those measures, one for your sales and another one is for your profit. So you can handle independently or together. If you are using any options from all, it will reflect on the both. If you are using a specific mark option, it will reflect only on that particular thing. Like say suppose I'm using sales, I want this to be a bar chart. Now this is specifically applying on that, right? And I also want my profit to be a bar chart. This is how it is looking. Now this, if I try to decrease the size of my profit, this becomes your bar in bar chart. Okay, so again another type of chart, we call it as bar in bar chart. Okay, so now let us see what is the next type of chart we can create. So till now, we have either used a single measure or a dual measure, but now what we'll do is we'll try to use a dummy field and create a different axes. Again, for that, I'm trying to use a region, okay, and I'm trying to take sales as my standard measure. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to take average of one here as my second axis. You see, it has created a separate axis, but I'm just taking this and dropping it on my axis so that it creates a side by side chart for me. Okay, but now what I'm doing is I'm going to this marks shelf and I'm converting it to a line. Now see, we got a line chart which is starting from average of one to sales, it is going cross. So to set that correct, you can take this measure name and drop it on path, so you get a standard line which is giving us a sales. So this is, if you increase the size here, you will see our ends, line ends are rounded. This is called as rounded bar chart. Again, whatever you feel convenient and whatever you feel will fit your dashboard design, you can use one from this. There is no thumb rule that I should use only horizontal or I should use only vertical, like that. So if you are using multiple measures, you can use side by side or bar in bar chart, or anyone from this horizontal, stacked, or vertical, based on number of dimensions and measures you are using. Okay, now let us see little advanced versions of this. So again, I'm trying to take my sales here. Okay, and I'll take my region field. Okay, and this time what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to make it again percent of total, duplicate this. Okay, so using control button you can directly do that, so it will copy and paste it here. Now we got two separate things here. Again, I'm clicking on this and I'm doing a dual axis concept. I'm converting both of them into a bar chart. Okay, but for one, what I'm doing is I'm trying to reduce the size by 0.003. Okay, I'll hit enter. Now what I'll do is I'll try to simply, use black color here. Sorry, I'll use the same color, but I'll try to use only borders so that we see the colors here. Okay, and the color I don't need. Now this becomes your outline chart. Okay, so maybe we also need to do synchronize axis. Yeah. Okay, this is your outline chart. Now, again, let us see one more different chart in this. Again, I'm duplicating. Again, I'm taking region, and again, I'm taking sales. Okay, converting this into percent of total to get percentage. Okay, and duplicating this. We got two things. Merging them using dual access concept. First step to synchronize them. Okay. Now here we have different combinations that we can do. So I encourage you guys to explore these options and see what are the different charts you can create. Okay. So again, I'm taking one as my bar chart, and the next one I want a Gantt bar here. Now if I try to decrease the size of this, again it becomes a different type of chart for you here. Okay. So that is your 11th chart. So here. Okay, so I'm just naming it as a line end here because we have end here. Now what I'm doing is I'm trying to create a progressive bar chart here, and I'm taking a region again, and again I'm taking my region, sorry, sales. Okay, and making it percent of total. We got that. Now what I'm doing is again I'm using a dummy field average of 1. Okay, we got that. And this time I'm just trying to merge them into using dual access concept, and both of them I'm trying to make it as a bar chart. Okay, so this also bar chart. Okay, so now what I'm doing is for my second measure I'm trying to decrease the color concentration here. You see it is opacity is 100%. I'm trying to reduce it here. Maybe according to our need we can use, and I'm just trying to synchronize this. Okay, it fixed here. Okay, now we can use the colors accordingly. Both of them will try to use the same color because in one we are trying to decrease the color concentration. So this should look like this. So this is called as your progressive bar chart. So like this, we using dual access concept, we can create different charts here. Again, let us see another type of chart here. I'm taking region. Again, I'm taking my sales, and again I'm duplicating my. Okay, let us make it percent of total. I'll just make it this, and using dual access concept, synchronizing them. So one, I'm making bar chart, and a second, I'm making a circle. You can take any filled circle like this, or you can take it from the shapes and put it whatever you want here. Suppose I need this. So again, this is my second type of chart. So we can call this as lollipop chart. So I'll just try to adjust my sizes here. Let us decrease this a little bit. Okay, so this is how it looks. Now, if you want to color only different color only for this tip, you can simply use this color option and use a different color like this. Okay, so this is your lollipop chart. You can use this as well in your view. Now I want to show you how we can create a unit chart, maybe something interesting, and then we can wrap up the video. So I'm just taking region here, and I'm just taking sales and dropping it here. Again, converting this into percent of total. Okay, we got something here, and I'm just okay. I'm trying to add a reference line here. Okay, so you can make it entire table. Okay, I want a constant value here. So I'm just trying to add 0.1 here. Okay, and fill the line with the white color. So I'm just taking 1 here. Now you see here it is creating a line at 1 here. Okay, click OK. So likewise, if I try to add it for again another reference line, save for constant. Okay, this time it would be 2. Color would be again white. size would be same. Okay, like that. So the more we add, the more it will try to show it in the view. So till 100 we should technically have, because that is what a unit chart should range from, right? So 1 to 10 maximum, right? We got here again, but it will not show beyond 3 because the maximum value that we have is 3 here only. That's why. So same thing, I think you can do it for this progressive thing. Here you will see till the end you will see. Okay, so we'll do that here. So this becomes your unit chart, but I'm just showing you how we can do it on the uh, progressive bar as well. Just click on this, add a reference line, go to constant and add one. Okay, adjust your colors, and you simply need to keep adding continuously. This is your 0.2. Okay, like this. Okay, so once you do proper formatting and all, it should look neat. So creating a dashboard out of this, we will see in our next video, that is it, creating dashboard, and we'll try to place all of the worksheets that we have created in our today's session, and we'll create a dashboard on top of that. Okay, so I think that's it from my side. In this video, I have you have learned something new and new chart types. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye and have a good day.